As you notice, you do not see Mr. Pardo in the lineup tonight. He is sitting out with an injury. So again, shortstop tonight is going to be Aaron Tondry in that position. So we're getting ready to get started here. Panthers are on the field. Peterson warming up to the catcher, Whit Joyce. Panthers wearing all white today with an orange and black trim that says Panthers across the front. Dragons come into as the visitors wearing dark green tops with the gray pants and green socks. And we're getting ready to get started here. The leadoff batter again for the Dragons is number 2, the shortstop, Trey Cano. Peterson not throwing a whole lot for the Panthers this year other than early in the season in non-district action. So they got him on the mound with Pardo being out. He's going to fill that spot. Pardo had an excellent game against Eagle Pass win, followed by a great game by Kristen Colon and Gutierrez on Tuesday. So Peterson on the mound with the first pitch. First pitch on the way to Cano is going to be a ball outside. So ball 1 on Cano. Peterson using the far left side of that pitching rubber. Pitching from the windup. Next pitch on the way is going to be low and outside again for ball 2. So 2-0 count on Cano. The 2-0 pitch on the way. It's right down the middle for strike 1. So 2-1 count on Cano. No wind in the microphone, if you can tell. We have a beautiful, beautiful day for baseball. Bright sunshine, very little wind. As you can see, the center field, the flag just barely waving. 2-1 pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch. It breaks straight down, just breaks out of the strike zone down. So 3-1 count on Cano. Peterson from the windup again. Pitches on the way, and it's going to be outside, and he'll walk the first batter. So Trey Cano, first batter, the leadoff batter, is on base with a base on balls. And that'll bring up to bat the center fielder, number 8, J.J. Gonzalez.
Next up, the center fielder, number 8, J.J. Gonzalez.
Gonzalez stepping up to the plate as a left-handed batter, gets the signals from Coach Gomez over at third base. Peterson now going to be pitching from the stretch. Not a real big lead by Cano, but now he just takes an extra step. Pitch on the way is going to be called strike 1. So an 0-1 count on J.J. Gonzalez. Gonzalez stepping out of the box, getting his signals from Coach Gomez again. Peterson checking the runner at first. Cano with an extra step now. Pitch on the way. High and outside. We'll even up the count at 1-1. Peterson back on the rubber. Pitch on the way, swung on by Gonzalez, but hit out of out of play foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gonzalez. Gonzalez out of the box again, getting a bunch of signals from his coach. Steps back in, digs in. Peterson from the stretch. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch. It breaks in there for strike 3. So called strike 3 for out number 1 for the Panthers. Beautiful breaking curveball. Froze the batter for out number 1. And that'll bring up the third baseman, number 5, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a right-handed batter. Cano still on first base. Peterson back on the mound, pitching from the stretch. And the pitch on the way. He's going to call it a strike. You have to wait a second for this umpire because it takes him a little bit to make his call. So it's going to be 0-1 on Zuniga Rodriguez. Batter waiting on signals again from the coach. Steps in now. Peterson steps off the mound, gives a look over to first base as Cano had a big lead. Trying to keep the runner honest over there because he was getting a few extra steps there. Peterson with the pitch. Runner is going. Swung on by Rodriguez. A chopper over to the third base. That's Gutierrez with a throw across the dimer. Gets it just in time. So a little hopper heading towards shortstop, but Dalton Gutierrez cuts it off and makes a good throw over to first base to get the second out of the inning, but that moves over Cano over to second base. So it'll be a ground out for Zuniga Rodriguez, and that'll bring to the plate the pitcher, number 3, Nate Gomez. Gomez, another left-handed batter for the Dragons. Peterson checking the runner over at second. 2 down. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Foul ball. Gomez really turned on that one. Fouled it off between first base and the first base dugout. Hard hit foul ball, but nevertheless it's a strike. 0-1 on Gomez. Gomez steps back in. Peterson with the pitch. Swung on. Hard shot left field. Garces going back. Makes the play. Line drive. Had Garce running back for about 5 steps, but comes up with the ball on the line drive. Played it perfectly. So he lines out to left field for out number 3. So after a half an inning, 4 batters come to the plate. Panthers get 3 outs. And the first half of the inning is over, and they'll come up to bat next. And with that, we'll take a break, and we'll come back after these messages from our sponsors.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Volt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at ntchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Gerald Camp Field. I'd like to thank our sponsors while the opportunity. North Park Chevrolet is our title sponsor for Panther Baseball. We appreciate their sponsorship that they've been doing all year for Panther Sports, and I'd like to thank all the other sponsors who you hear the commercials between innings. So thanks to our sponsors for sponsoring these games. So we're going to go to the bottom of the first. Leadoff batter for the Panthers is going to be the pitcher, number 2, Bobby Peterson. So it'll be Peterson, Gavin Kanak, and Whit Joyce, the 1, 2, 3 batters for the Panthers this inning. So Nate Gomez on the mound for the Dragons. Peterson steps in and right-handed batter. Gomez wearing a hoodie under his shirt. I guess he's just trying to keep that arm warm. First pitch by Gomez is flied straight up in the air. Center fielder's drifting over. Left fielder calls him off and makes the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Dragons. It was a nice fastball right down the middle. Peterson took a hack out of it and flied out to left field. It's a good swing. He just got underneath it a little bit. So that'll bring up the second batter, the center fielder, number 7, Gavin Kanak. Kanak stepping in. First pitch from Gomez is on the way, and it's a fastball right down the middle. Gomez, quite a bit of velocity, popping that mitt. Gomez pitching from the windup. Pitch is on the way. It's going to be low and outside, so that'll even the count up at 1-1. Kanak steps back in. Pitch on the way. That's going to be just below the knees for ball 2 for a 2-1 count on Kanak. The flag is dead still now out in center field. Gomez's pitch is his fastball, popped straight up in the air by Kanak. Third baseman calling the ball. It's going to be out in number 2 to fly out to third base.
Next up for the Panthers, number 10, Whit Joyce.
That'll bring up to bat the third batter for the Panthers. That's the catcher, number 10, Whit Joyce. Whit Joyce winging a mean bat so far this year for the Panthers. Multiple extra base hits for Joyce. He's had a few doubles and a few triples even. And I believe he also has 1 home run, which is a grand slam. Ooh, Gomez starts to start him off with a curveball that does not break. It stays way high. So 1-0 count on Joyce. Gomez from the windup. Pitch on the way, swung on by Joyce. It's fouled straight back. Even the count at 1-1. Joyce steps back in. Gomez getting his signals from the catcher. Be pitching from the windup again. Pitch on the way. Another breaking pitch. Swung on and missed by Joyce. He tried to hammer that ball. That was a rip. Came up with nothing. That'll go the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Gomez with the next pitch. It's a fastball. Actually, it's high and up. I thought he'd come back with a curveball. That evens count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The next pitch is a breaking pitch. Popped straight up in the air again. Another pop-up. Shortstop calling everybody off. Way up there. Makes the play. So Joyce flies out to shortstop. So it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Panthers. So after 1 inning, our score is 0-0. So we'll take a break. We'll come back after these messages, and the Dragons will come up to bat.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. We are going to the top of the 2nd inning. Leading off the top of the 2nd for the Southwest Dragons will be number 11, the first baseman, Elijah McCauley, followed by number 22, the catcher, Romeo Castillo, and number 1, the second baseman, Elijah Frosto. So that's the 1, 2, and 3 batters for the Dragons this inning. Peterson getting his last warm-up throw with Joyce with the throw down to second base, and we'll get started here with the 2nd inning. So a 0-0 game so far through 1.
Next up for the Dragons, number 11, Elijah McCauley.
So the first baseman, Elijah McCauley, will step to the plate. Right-handed batter. Peterson will toe the mound. Again, pitching from the far left side of the pitching rubber. He'll be pitching from the windup. First pitch on the way. Right down the middle. Swung on. Deep, deep ball to left field. That's going to 2-hop the wall. Garst will be out there to get and brings it in. That's going to be a stand-up double for Elijah McCauley. So a fastball that was right down the middle was ripped down the third base left field line there. for a stand-up double to start out the second inning for the Dragons.
Next up for the Dragons, number 22, Romeo.
And that'll bring up the catcher, number 22, Romeo Castillo. Castillo going over to talk to Coach Gomez. They may try some situation where they may try to move that runner over from second base to third. So Castillo, a left-handed batter. McCulley taking a big lead at second base. Peterson pitching from the stretch. Pitch from Peterson is on the way. Swung on by Castillo and falls straight back for an 0-1 count. Castillo steps back in the left-hander's box. Peterson again pitching from the stretch. Check on the runner at second. Scores around the bunt. Peterson throws it high and outside for ball one. So the bunt attempt was there. It was just a ball, so the count goes to 1-1. Castillo getting his signals from the coach third base. Let's see if they attempt the bunt again to sacrifice him over. Castillo does square around. The bunt is foul. He just barely gets a piece of it and fouls it straight back. And to run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see if the Dragons attempt the bunt with 2 strikes here, which they probably won't. And the scoreboard just died. So Peterson with the pitch. And he steps off the mound and fakes the throw towards second base. He spins around. And McCulley slides back into second base expecting a throw, but no throw was made. So we'll do it all over again. Peterson toes the rubber, gets his signals from Whit Joyce. And the pitch on the way to Castillo. That's going to be called a ball. I believe it was just a little bit low, and they'll even the count at 2-2. So 2-2 count on Castillo. Nobody out, runner at second. Big lead again over at second base. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled over the third base dugout. So we'll do it all over again. Castillo back at the plate. Peterson from the stretch. And the pitch swung on and fouled straight back. So another foul ball. Castillo doing a really good job hanging in there with 2 strikes. Peterson also doing a good job throwing strikes. So we got a battle at the plate here. Count stays the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner at second. Peterson shaking off signals from his catcher. Finds one he likes. Checks the runner at second. Pitch is on the way. Swung on a breaking ball. It's flied out to left field. Garce is there waiting on it. Catches it for out number 1. So the runner does not advance. So fly out to left field. Runner does not advance. Stays at second base, and we have 1 out. That'll bring to the plate the second baseman, number 1, Elijah Frosto. So Frosto, right-handed batter. Gets his signals from Coach Gomez. Steps in. See if they try the bunt with 1 out. Peterson checking the runner at second. Steps off the rubber. McCulley slides back in, but no throw. It's a good job by Peterson checking to see whether Frosto was going to score around and bunt, and he did not. So the pitch on the way to Frosto. Shot out to left center. Beautiful play by the center fielder. It's Gavin Kanak with a beautiful sliding grab it, catch that line drive ball. That ball would have made it to the wall if he didn't dive for it. That sliding play. So Frosto flies out to the center fielder. Really, he lines out to the center fielder. Good play by Kanak. So that'll bring the Dragons to 2 outs. So defense really doing a good job for the Panthers. That'll bring to the plate number 10, the right fielder, Nathan Falan. Thank you. So Falan steps in. Peterson checking on the runner. The pitch on the way. Curveball to Falan. Breaks in there for strike 1. Nice curveball by Peterson. He's thrown it for a strike so far today. Next pitch on the way is another curveball. Breaks in there for a strike 2. So 2 quick breaking pitches for both for strikes. So they'll bring the count to no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs with a runner on second. So I expect something off the plate here. You definitely don't want to give him anything to hit with 2 strikes and no balls. Pitch on the way to Peterson is low. He swings on it anyway. It's a little chopper to back to Peterson in the mound. Throws over to first base for out number 3. So Falan grounds out to the pitcher for out number 3, and the runner is left on second base. So 1 hit, 1 runner left on, and we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back for the Panthers bat. Panther Base will return after these messages.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Panthers is the shortstop, number 4, Aaron Tondry. Nate Gomez still on the mound for the Dragons. First pitch of Tondry is on the way. Fastball down the middle, foul, straight back. So quick 0-1 count on Tondry. Gomez pitching from the windup, pitches on the way, breaking pitch that breaks in there for strike number 2. It's a real quick 0-2 now on Tondry. Gomez getting his signals from the catcher. Pitches on the way. It's a high fastball. And that was a planned high fastball. Tried to get Tondry to fish for it. Swing at that high fastball, but no taker there for Tondry. So the count goes at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch is on the way. It's another breaking pitch lined into the dugout. Tondry really turned on that breaking pitch. So we'll do it all over again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Low and outside. And that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way from Gomez. Swung on by Tondry. Line. It's a ground ball towards first base, and that's going to be a base hit for Aaron Tondry. Kind of weird because he hit it off the end of the bat and it had so much spin on it. When it hit the ground in front of the first baseman, it veered straight left. It took a nasty spinning hop to the left and got around the first baseman for a little base hit. Whatever it takes. So Tondre on first base. That'll bring to the plate the left fielder, number 14, Tanner Garst. So Panthers have their leadoff batter on first base. Garst gets his signals from Coach Herb. Digs in as a right-handed batter. Gomez will be pitching from the stretch. He checks the runner at first, throws it back to first. Tondre safely back. Tondre taking the lead again at first. Gomez pitching from the stretch, pitches on the way, and it's going to be high and outside for ball one against Garst. Garst steps back in. Gomez is going to check the runner out first. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be low for ball two. So good job by Garst laying off the first two pitches. One high and one low. Next pitch is on the way to Garst. That's going to be outside for ball three. So 3-0 count on Garst with a runner at first and nobody out. I'm sure he'll be looking at a pitch here. Be taken with a 3-0 count. Gomez with the pitch, and it's going to be in the dirt for ball four. So Garst draws a walk, and that'll put runners at first and second. And that'll bring up the bat the first baseman, number 21, Jake Herb. Time is going to be called. Coach is going to go talk to their pitcher, Gomez. Catcher's going to walk out there and meet him, too, so they'll have a little meeting on the mound. They're going to talk defensive strategy, I believe, here. It's nothing to do with the pitcher. Gomez has not been doing a bad job on the mound. So with runners in first and second with nobody out, they're probably going to talk defensive strategy while Coach Herb talks to his batters, possibly a bunt to get the runners moved over. So they're going to talk about how to defend it, I'm sure. Not sure, though, if Herb will be bunting. Herb's done a great job all season is finding a way to get on base. A lot of his hits have not been pretty, but they sure have worked. So Herb in the box, the pitch on the way from Gomez. It's going to be a curveball that does not curve, and it hits Jake Herb on the shoulder, and he'll get on base by hit by pitch. So the Panthers will have it loaded. And by the way, hit by pitches are sponsored by Hazy Russell Insurance. Hazy Russell State Farm agent in Casterville, 1103 Highway 90 West in Casterville. All our hit by pitches are sponsored by Hazy Russell State Farm agent. So bases loaded and nobody out. Coming to the plate is number 6, the right fielder, Manny Ramirez. First pitch to Ramirez is going to be upstairs for ball one. So Gomez will go to the windup as bases are loaded. And this hip pitch on the way. Foul straight back, that leaving the count at 1-1. So again, nobody out, bases loaded, 1-1 count on Ramirez. Next pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch. It breaks straight down. Does not get the benefit of the call. Just outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gomez from the windup. Pitch is on the way. Swung on by Ramirez to center fielder. Center fielder backing up. Catches in the fly. Runner's going to tag up at third. The throw is going to come in, and they're not even going to throw to home plate. They check it over to second base. So Ramirez will get the RBI as Tondre scores. So he get an RBI, and Tondre will score. So the Panthers pick up a run, and bases will Panthers have runners at first and second. That'll bring up the bat, the designated hitter, number 5, Garrett Neighbors. Neighbors, right-handed batter. First pitch on the way from Gomez is going to be just on the corner for strike one. So an 0-1 count on Neighbors with 1 out, runners at first and second. Gomez getting his signals from the catcher. Looks at a runner at second. Pitch is going to be on the way to Neighbors. It's going to be high. High fastball evens at the count at 1-1. A 1-1 pitch on the way to Neighbors. Breaking pitch, breaks in there for a strike. So Neighbors will get behind on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Neighbors steps back in the box. Pitch on the way from Gomez. Fastball right down the middle, swung and missed by Neighbors. So Neighbors will strike out, and that'll bring the outs to 2. So that'll bring the number 9 batter up for the Panthers, the second baseman, number 8, Javi Gonzalez. So runners at first and second for Gonzalez with 2 outs. Gomez is trying to get out of the inning. Keep it to 1 run. Pitch on the way is going to be outside for ball 1. Pitch on the way. Fastball down the middle. Gets past the shortstop for a base hit. Rounding third base. Goes back. Garst was getting ready to try to take home base. Coach Herb held him up as he took his turn at third. So a base hit for Javi Gonzalez, and it'll bring the Panthers back to the top of the order, which is the pitcher, Bobby Peterson. So bases are loaded again with 2 outs. Peterson is at the plate. Good base hit by Javi Gonzalez. Almost would like to seen Garst try to score on that. Gomez from the windup. Pitches on the way to Peterson. The first pitch is going to be a breaking curveball that falls in there for strike 1. So 0-1 count. Bases loaded. 2 outs on Peterson. Gomez shaking off the signals. Now he's ready to throw. Pitch on the way. Another breaking pitch. It's going to be a chopper to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to field it and throw over to first base. And he gets him just in time. So ground out to a shortstop for out number 3. Panthers are going to leave them loaded in the bottom of the second. They do get 1 run. So after 2 complete innings, Panthers have the lead 1-0. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back after these messages for inning number 3.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
When you put money in our bank, you started a chain reaction. We made an auto loan. A local car dealer sold a car. A car salesman got a commission. His wife bought groceries. The checker at the supermarket got a paycheck. You made that happen. Thanks. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. We're going to the top of the 3rd inning. Panthers have a 1-0 lead. Panthers left the bases loaded the last inning. I see that comes back to bite them later on in the game. Leading off the top of the 3rd for the Dragons is going to be their number 9 hitter, number 4, the left fielder, Jason Razzo. And then they'll go to the top of the order with Trey Cano and then followed by J.J. Gonzalez. Peterson's back on the mound again for the Panthers, taking his warm-up throws. Throw down by Joyce. And we'll get things ready to get started here in the top of the 3rd. Again, no breeze today at all. Beautiful evening for baseball. We've been fighting the wind for the last few weeks every time we broadcasted a game, but we've got a beautiful evening for baseball. Temperature is perfect. It'll even probably start dropping here as soon as the sun goes down. Right now, that sun's going to be tough for the first baseman as it sets over in the left field corner. So left-handed batter, the left fielder, number 4, Jason Razzo, is stepping up to the plate. Peterson toes the mound. Start out the 3rd, pitching from the windup. First pitch on the way is going to be a curveball, and that's going to be grounded to the shortstop. Chandra fields it 1 hop, throws over to first base, gets the first out on 1 pitch. So a ground ball to shortstop will get out number 1. Easy play for Tondre. That'll bring the Dragons back to the top of the order. Number 2, the shortstop, Trey Cano. Cano walked the first time up to bat. I think it was a 4-pitch walk by Peterson. Peterson back in the windup. And the first pitch on the way to Cano is a curveball that drops in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on its way. Another curveball that drops low. So leaving the count up at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. One pitch on the way. Another curveball, and that's going to be lined out to right field for a base hit. 1 hop to Ramirez. Ramirez gets it in right away, keeps the runner at first base. So Trey Cano with a walk and a base hit so far. And that'll bring up to bat the center fielder, number 8, J.J. Gonzalez, who struck out looking first time up the bat. Gonzalez batting again left-handed. With a runner on first, he looks at the coach, gets some signals, and see what the Dragons do here with a runner on first and 1 out with a left-hander batter up. Peterson from the stretch, checks the runner. It's on the way. The runner's running, thrown by Whit Joyce is 1 hop to second base, and he's going to be safe. So it's a Cano with a stolen base. And that's ball 1, I believe. 1 ball. 0-1. So it's strike 1. So an 0-1 count. Runner at second. Peterson's pitch is on the way to Gonzalez. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to shortstop and takes a bad hop to Tondre. It was a high bouncing hopper that just dug into the dirt and stayed low. Tondre did a good job just keeping that ball in front of him, did not let it get out to left field. That was a tough play, but that's probably going to be an error on Tondre, but that's really not his fault. It was a terrible hop, but it went off his glove. So that'll move the runner over to third base, so the Dragons have runners at first and third. So that'll be an E6. I think they scored it a hit, but that should be an E6. And J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, the third baseman, steps up. For a pitch on the way to him is a fake bunt. Throw down the second is going to be late. And the runner at third holds. So Dragons have runners at second and third with J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez at the plate with 1 out. So they try to double steal with the fake bunt. So again, runners at second and third, 1 out. Zuniga Rodriguez at the plate. Peterson pitching from the stretch. Checking his runners at second and third. Pitch on the way, and now this is attempted bunt. A push bunt over towards the right side, throw over to first base. They get the out at first on the sacrifice, but they do get a run scored. So the runner from third scores. The runner from second moves over to third base, but that'll get 2 outs on the sacrifice. On the sacrifice there, so that'll bring up to the plate the pitcher, Nate Gomez. Gomez with a runner at third and 2 outs in a tie ball game at 1 apiece. Gomez lined out to left field last time with the bat. Big left-handed batter. First pitch on him is a breaking pitch. It gets away from Joyce, and it's going to go to the fence. Throw over back to the plate is going to be late. So the Dragons will score a run on the Wild's pitch. And that'll clear the bases. So 2 outs. Dragons have taken the lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. So Gomez still at the plate with a 1-0 count. So Peterson is going to continue to pitch from the stretch with no runners on. So 1-0 count to Gomez. Swung on, fouled over to the left side, out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. So 2-1 count just outside. So 2-1 count on Gomez with 2 outs. Curveball broke, swung on. 1 hop by Javi Gonzalez. Feels it, stabs at the ball, feels it, and throws the runner out at first. So ground ball to second base. Good play by Javi Gonzalez to get the out. So Panthers get the outs, but Dragons score 2 runs and take the lead. So our new score now, 2-1 in favor of the Dragons, helped by an error and a wild pitch to get the runs across. So we'll take a break. We'll go to the bottom of the third after these messages from our sponsors.
When you put money in our bank, you started a chain reaction. We made an auto loan. A local car dealer sold a car salesman got a commission. His wife bought groceries. The checker at the supermarket got a paycheck. You made that happen. Thanks. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at CastrovilleStateBank.com.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to Gerald Kemp Field. Welcome back to Panther Baseball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We're going to the bottom of the third. Due up for the Panthers is number 7, Gavin Kanak, the center fielder, followed by Whit Joyce and Aaron Tondry. So Panthers got some work to do as they lost the lead. Dragons took the lead last inning. Score now 2-1 with Kanak at the plate. So Gomez back on the mound again for the Dragons. Timeout is called. Catcher was going to go out there and talk to the pitcher, but coming back behind the plate, I think they got their signals crossed. So Gomez back on the mound, going to be pitching from the windup. First pitch on the way to Kanak. It's going to be a fastball up and in for ball 1. Kanak with a pop-up to second base last time, fouls this one back. And that'll even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Panthers had 3 flyouts on the first inning. Kanak was one of them. So next pitch on the way to Kanak. Stays high. Oh, no, it's going to be called a strike. So the high pitch is called a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 count. Pitch on the way to Kanak. That stays high. So leaving the count at 2-2. Pitch on the way from Gomez. It's going to be low into the dirt. It's a curveball that broke straight into the dirt. And that'll fill the count up at 3 balls, 2 strikes with nobody out. So full count, pale pitch on the way. And that's going to be low and outside. Kanak will draw the walk as a leadoff batter in the bottom of the third for the Panthers. It's a good at-bat by Kanak to get on base. And that'll bring to the plate now number 10, the catcher, Whit Joyce. Whit Joyce flied out to the shortstop last time up the bat. See the Panthers somehow to try to get that runner over to second base. I doubt they'll be bunting Joyce, but they may try to steal Kanak as he's got decent speed. Pitch from Gomez is a breaking pitch. It just gets stopped by the catcher. Ball was low and outside. The catcher slid over to his right and just in time to stop that ball from getting past him. So 1-0 count to Joyce. Kanak gets back to first base on the throwback from Gomez. He only had like a two-step lead when Gomez threw it back over to first base. It's not a very big lead by Kanak, so I don't anticipate stealing or anything. They're going to let Joyce hit. So another throwback to Kanak to get him back to the base. He got back in plenty of time. So Gomez from the stretch, pitch on the way to Joyce. Just stays outside. It's a good take by Whit Joyce. Bring the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch on the way to Joyce is going to be in the dirt for ball 3. Does not seem that they want to pitch to Joyce. 3 balls, 0 strikes. I would think Joyce would be watching the pitch here. Gomez from the pitch from the stretch. And it's going to be called ball 4, just below the knees. So a 4-pitch at bat for Whit Joyce. Second walk issued in a row by Gomez. So time is called. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Joyce because he's the catcher. And that's number 1, Gavin Rips, coming in to pinch run. Rips has done some running throughout the season for the Panthers. That'll bring to the plate the shortstop, number 4, Aaron Tondry, who had a base hit last time off the bat, and he scored. So runners at first and second with nobody out. Panthers with their cleanup batter at the plate. Gomez gets his signals, checks his runner over at second. Pitch is on the way. That's going to be strike 1 on the outside corner. So 0-1 count now on Tondry. Gomez checking the runner at second. Pitch on the way. Curveball swung on a miss by Tondry. So real quick, Tondry goes to 0-2 count. That looked like it was a fastball coming right at the knees, and then it broke hard into the dirt. Tondry fished for it, came up with nothing. So 0-2 count, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Gomez with the pitch. Another curveball. Swung on by Tondry. Just gets a piece of it to hang in there. So the 0-2 count will stay. Panthers still with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Tondry steps back in there. Gomez with the pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. So strike 3 on Aaron Tondry with a swing and a miss. So that'll be the first out. So that'll bring up to the plate number 14, the left fielder, Tanner Garst. Garst walked the first time up to bat. Panthers will still have runners at first and second with 1 out. Garst steps in, right-handed batter. Pitch on the way. Swung on, flies straight up in the air. It's going to be foul, and it's going to get out of play. So an 0-1 count on Garst. The 0-1 pitch to Garst. Swung on by Garst, line to left field. That ball's going to find the ground. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Herb is giving the windmill over to Kanak, so Kanak will score. Rips will slide into third base, and Tanner Garst will have a stand-up double with an RBI. So Kanak scores. Garst goes to second base, Rips at third, and Panthers have tied this game at 2 apiece. So a beautiful piece of hitting by Tanner Garst to line that ball to left field. So number 21, the first baseman, Jake Herb, who was hit by a pitch last time with the bat, steps up to the plate with an opportunity to get a couple more runs here with the Panthers with just 1 out. First pitch is a curveball, breaks in there for strike one. So Herb laying off the curveball, waiting for something that he can hit here. Try to get 2 runs. Gomez getting his signals. Another curveball swung and a miss by Jake Herb. Big swing by Herb. Time is called by the catchers, and they go talk to Gomez at the plate. Maybe some signal discussion. So an 0-2 count on Herb with 1 out. Runners at second and third. Herb steps back in. Gomez getting his signals from the catcher. Gomez with the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for strike 3. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes to Jake Herb. So 2 strikeouts so far for the 2 outs by Gomez, and that'll bring to the plate number 6, a right fielder, Manny Ramirez. Manny Ramirez had a sacrifice to center field for the first RBI for the Panthers earlier. So 2 outs, runners at second and runners at third. It's Rips and Garst. First pitch is a curveball swung on by Ramirez. Going to right field. Right fielder backing up. Makes a running play right at the wall for out number 3. So Ramirez flies out to the right fielder. Beautiful play by the right fielder to catch that ball for the 3rd out. So with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts and a double by Tanner Garst, Panthers have tied it up. So our new score now is 2-2 as we go to the 4th inning. So we'll take a quick break and we'll come back after these messages.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to North Park Chevrolet Broadcaster Panther Baseball. Panthers have tied it up. We got a new ball game scored away at 2 apiece. We're going to the top of the 4th. Panthers, however, left 2 runners on base last inning. So far, they've left 5 runners on base. Hopefully, that doesn't play into it later on. Dragons will send to the plate the first baseman, number 11, Elijah McCauley. McCauley had a double last time up to bat. Peterson back on the mound for the Panthers. First pitch is going to be a breaking ball that stays outside for ball 1. Next pitch on the way from Peterson. Another curveball, grounded over to third base. It's going to be called foul. Just stays outside the foul line there. Dalton Gutierrez plays it anyway. Makes a good throw to third base, but the ball is foul. So McCauley will work his way back to home plate with a 1-1 count. So 2 curveballs so far by Peterson to McCauley. Peterson going to work from the windup. Peterson with the pitch. Another breaking ball. Grounded over the shortstop. Fielded by Tondre. Tondre with a long throw to first base. No problem. Out number 1. So ground out to shortstop for out number 1. And that'll bring to the plate number 22, the catcher, Romeo Castillo. Castillo flied out to left field last time up to bat. He is batting as a left-handed batter. He'll step up to the plate with 1 out. Peterson back on the mound with throwing from the windup. First pitch to Castillo is going to be a curveball that stays high. So the 1-0 count to Castillo. Next pitch is right down the middle for strike number 1. So 1-1 count on Castillo with 1 out. Peterson from the windup. Pitch on the way. It's going to be a breaking pitch into the dirt. It'll bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Joyce is going to walk out and talk to Peterson, kind of settle him down a little bit. It's a good move by Joyce. Get Peterson maybe to focus a little bit here with a 2-1 count, not trying not to lose his batter. Joyce on his way back to behind the plate. Left-handed batter Romeo Castillo steps back in. And ready to go with the 2-1 count with 1 out. Pitch on the way from Peterson. And that's going to be another strike on the outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. The 2-2 pitch on the way. And that's going to be strike 3, called on the inside corner. Beautiful placement on the pitch on the inside corner. Castillo couldn't do anything with that pitch anyway. So 2 down, ground out the shortstop and the strikeout. And that'll bring the second baseman with the bat, number 1, Elijah Frosto, who flied out to center field last time with the bat. So Frosto digs in as a right-handed batter. Peterson from the windup. First pitch is a breaking pitch. It stays way high. So 1-0 count on Frosto with 2 outs. Peterson from the windup. High fastball that swung and missed on by Frosto. A lot of velocity on the fastball. Be nice for the Panthers to have a 1-2-3 inning here. Pitch by Peterson. Right down the middle for strike 2. Beautiful pitch down the middle. How Frosto didn't swing at that, I'm not sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Peters can kind of play with off the plate here if he wants to, try to get him to swing at something that's not a strike. It's a signal from Joyce. Pitches on the way, and it's right on the outside corner. He lays one in there with a lot of velocity for 2 called strikeouts in a row. For 3 up, 3 down for the Panthers. A 1-2-3 inning just what the doctor ordered for the Panthers. So we'll come back after these messages for the bottom of the 4th inning.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at ntchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball, and North Park Chevrolet sponsored Panther Baseball. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Every fourth inning is sponsored by the Four-Way Stop Cafe in Dunley. Daily mouth-watering lunch specials and breakfast served every morning, located at the Four-Way Stop in Dunley, just short drive from Castroville. Marco and Nancy Velasquez say thank you and go Panthers. Garrett Neighbors for the Panthers steps up to the plate. First pitch is going to be a swing and a miss by Neighbors. Neighbors struck out last time up to bat. See if he can square up a ball this time around. Next pitch on the way from Gomez, who's still on the mound. It's going to be a breaking pitch. Grounded over to the shortstop. Schuster fields a long throw to first base, but they get the out. So Neighbors grounds out to the shortstop for out number 1. And that'll bring to the plate number 8, the second baseman, Javi Gonzalez. Gonzalez, who made a great play earlier in the game on a hard hit ball to second base, fielded it one hop, threw over to first to get the out. Gonzalez with a base hit last time up to bat. Gomez from the windup. Breaking pitch, it stays outside for ball 1. Gomez from the wind up to Gonzalez. Another curveball that goes into the dirt. So 2-0 count by Gonzalez. So Gonzalez with a hitter's count. Sit back and wait for a fastball here, Gonzalez. Gomez with the pitch, and it's a fastball, but it's in the dirt, so a 3-0 count. So you would anticipate Gonzalez watching a pitch here with a 3-0 count. See if he can throw him a strike. Gonzalez steps back in. Gomez with the 3-0 pitch. It's a fastball that's right down the middle. He gets his strike. Good take by Gonzalez. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The 3-1 pitch, it's on its way. It's a fastball right on the inside corner for strike 2 to even it up, or actually to make the count go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gomez working quickly, pitch on the way, and it's a fastball. Gonzalez barely gets a piece of it to foul it off to stay in the game here with 3 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of velocity by Gomez on that. Next pitch, working quick, is on the way. Another fastball swung on Gonzalez. It's a fly ball to left field. Left fielder running in, catches it on the run. On a full sprint in towards shortstop, catches it on the run to get Gonzalez. It was a good hit by Gonzalez. Looked like it was going to drop for a base hit. Left fielder catches up to it for out number 2. And that'll bring the Panthers back to the top of the order, and that'll be our pitcher number 2, Bobby Peterson. Peterson has flied out to left field and grounded out to shortstop the last 2 times at bat. Gomez working quickly. First pitch on the way. High fastball swung on a miss by Peterson. Peterson with an 0-1 count with 2 outs. We are in the bottom of the 4th. Gomez with the pitch. The curveball into the dirt. Gomez has actually done better with his fastballs than he has his curveballs and getting Panthers to swing. So 1-1 count on Peterson. Next pitch on the way. Another breaking pitch, foul straight back. Bring the count to 1-2. So Peterson steps back in. 1-2 count. Pitch is on the way. Breaking pitch. Stays inside for ball 1. Just stays inside, and the Dragon faithful are not happy with that. They brought a huge crowd from just down the road. They did not like that call at all, but it was inside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gomez from the windup. Pitch on the way. It's a fastball. Ooh, it's called at the knees for strike 3. I don't know that I would have swung at that one either, Peterson. That was a makeup call, I think. So Panthers go down 1-2-3 in order in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll take us to the top of the 5th. And we'll take a break and come back after these messages.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. We are going to the the top of the fifth, still tied up at 2 apiece. Real quick, I want to update you on some other Panther news. In District 28 5A boys golf, the district meet, the champions are Medina Valley. So Medina Valley takes first place in district in golf with Levi Keith, Alex Keith, Roman McIvely, Mason Peterson, and Nicholas Baylor. I'd like to congratulate the golf team for getting district. And here in the bottom of the top of the fifth, the Dragons will bring to the plate the right fielder, Nathan Fallon. Fallon grounded out to the pitch of the first time of the bat. First pitch on the way from Peterson is a curveball that's fouled down the third base line. So quick 0-1 count on the right fielder, Nathan Fallon. So Peterson out to work. Completed 4 innings so far. Going to try to finish the fifth. Next pitch on the way from Peterson. It's going to be outside to even up the count at 1-1. Also in other sports news, the 28 5A Tennis District Championship. Girls singles won for district was won by Cassidy Webb. So congratulations to Cassidy Webb for winning district in tennis. And in mixed doubles, Colin McCauley and Emily De La Fuente win the tennis district championship in doubles. Congratulations to Colin McCauley and Emily De La Fuente. It's a good job by the tennis teams this year also. 1-1 pitch on the way. Right down the middle, swung and missed. So Fallon with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Next pitch by Peterson is on the way. It's a breaking pitch. Swung on his, barely got a piece of that to stay in the count at 1-ball and 2 strikes. Also broadcasting tonight, the great Maury Stein and Matt Castiglione bringing you to Medina Valley softball. Softball is at Harlandale tonight. Pitch on the way from Peterson is going to be just off the outside corner. So it'll even the count at 1-ball and 2 strikes. Now the Panther Nation letting the umpire hear it, not happy with that call. So the 2-2 count with nobody out. Fallon still at the plate. Peterson pitching from the windup. Next pitch is on the way. Breaking pitch, swung on and missed for the strikeout. So Peterson with a big strikeout here to start out the top of the fifth. And that'll bring it up to the plate. Number 4, the left fielder, Jathan Razzo, who grounded out to the shortstop last time, the left-handed batter. Razzo steps in. Peterson from the windup again. He squares around a bunt. Lets it go. It's a high outside curveball. So a 1-0 count to Razzo. Peterson from the windup. Pitch on the way. Scores around a bunt. Bunts through the ball for strike 1. So that'll even up the count. 1-ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Peterson back on the mound, gets his signals from Joyce. Shakes one off. Throwing from the windup. High outside pitch. Bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Razzo, the left-handed batter. Pitch on the way. That's high and inside. Backs out Razzo. Three balls, 1 strike. Peterson has to come through here with the strike if he wants to keep Razzo at the plate. Fake bunt by Razzo, and he'll draw the walk with a high fastball. So Razzo draws the walk, and it'll bring the Dragons back to the top of the order. And that'll be the shortstop number 2, Trey Cano. Cano has walked, and he has hit a single. He also has a stolen base and has scored a run. Panthers will call timeout. Coach Garza will go out to the mound and is going to talk to Peterson, and I think this may be a defensive move too as the game is tied. So he'll talk to the pitcher and the catcher, try to work something out here. Again, the softball team is at Harlandale tonight. Maury Stein and Matt Castiglione calling that game. Panthers looking really good in softball, having sole control of first place with a 9-0 district record, followed by McCullum at 5-4. So a big gap between first and second. It's Southwest Legacy in the second with 6-3, so still a big gap. So it's Medina Valley, then Southwest Legacy, McCullum with the South Side also with the 6-3. So Medina Valley, Southwest Legacy, and South Side, and McCullum with the 1, 2, 3, 4 positioning in district. So softball team looking good. So Coach Garza retreats to the dugout. Runner on first. Peterson from the stretch. Peterson with the pitch. That's going to be a fastball right down the middle for strike one. So strike one on the shortstop, Trey Cano. Cano steps out, gets the signals from his coach. An 0-1 count with 1 out and a runner at first. Peterson from the stretch, checking on the runner. Pitch is on the way. Just low for ball 1. Next pitch on the way, runner's going. Curveball swung on and fouled. So the runner's going to have to retreat back to first base. And that'll bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter, Cano, with 1 out. Remember, the Panthers lost to the Dragons first time around in district play 9-5. So this game is nothing like that first game as we're scored away at 2-2, top of the 6th inning. Top of the 5th inning, I'm sorry. So we'll do it all over again with the foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We have a runner at first. Cano at the plate. Peterson pitching from the stretch, checks the runner over at first. Pitches on the way, swung on a miss on the fastball for strike 3. So Peterson reaches back. There was a high velocity fastball to get the lead off batter for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 strikeouts so far. So he's at 2 strikeouts and a walk so far, and that'll bring the center fielder number 8, J.J. Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a little left-handed batter. Runner at first. Peterson checking on the runner. Pitch on the way. Runner is going. Witt with the throw. And it goes out into center field. They're going to try to run. The throw from the center fielder all the way to third base. And it's going to be not in time. So Jathan Razzo goes from first to third on the overthrow by Joyce. So Kanak with a good strong throw from center field to third base, but not in time, so that runner's safe at third. So the go-ahead run is at third base right now with 2 outs. 0-1 count on Gonzalez. So no balls, 1 strike with 2 outs, a runner at third. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be in the dirt, blocked by Joyce. Joyce doing an excellent job keeping that ball in front of him. That ball was in the dirt. So the last thing the Panthers need is a wild pitch for that ball to get to the backstop and allow that runner to score from third and take the lead. So 1-1 count, 2 outs. Gonzalez steps back in. The pitch from Peterson. Curveball stays outside. I believe it's a 2-2 count on Gonzalez. Peterson with the next pitch on the way. Swung on and line to the shortstop. Oh, just gets over the head. A line drive over the shortstop's head is going to score a run for the Dragons, and they're going to try for a double second base, and he's going to get there easily. So the Panthers do not hurry to get that ball in, and it allowed Gonzalez to take second base. So he'll end up with a double and score a run. So Razzo scores, and the Dragons retake the lead. Our score now 3-2 with 2 outs. And that'll bring up their third batter, the third baseman, number 5, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, who's grounded out the third base and sacrificed earlier and got an RBI. First pitch and hit to him is a curveball that stays outside for ball 1. So 1-0 count on Zuniga Rodriguez. That last base hit, Tondre just barely couldn't get to that ball. Curveball on the way for strike 1. Even the count at 1-1. Good effort by Tondre to try to jump up and get that ball. Just went over his glove. Went out to left center. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs with a runner at second. Gonzalez with a pretty good sized lead over at second base. The pitch from Peterson. It's going to be a curveball that gets to the wall, gets away from the catcher and gets to the wall, and that'll allow Gonzalez to get to third base. That was a wild pitch. Should be scored as a wild pitch. It was an outside curveball that stayed way outside and got away from Joyce behind the plate. So the runner moves over to third base. It's 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Peterson's got to bear down here and try to get that batter at the plate. You're going to have to bear down and throw strikes here. Next pitch on the way, down the middle, and it's flied out to center field. And that ball is going to get to the wall. Gets over the center fielder, gets to the wall, and that's going to be a double. He's going to try to get 3 out of it. The throw to third base is going to be held up. It's going to be a stand-up triple by J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, and it'll also get an RBI. It'll score Gonzalez. So now the Dragons will go up 4-2. Coach Herb contemplating going out to the dugout, going out to the mound. If he does, that's going to have to be a pitching change. He walked about halfway out there, then turned around and came back. So Peterson with a strikeout, a walk, a strikeout, then followed up by a double and then a triple. So the Dragons have scored 2 runs this inning, and now they lead at 4-2. And that'll bring up to bat the pitcher, Nate Gomez. Gomez, who lined out to left field and grounded out to second base, is over 2 for the night. Again, the Dragons with a runner at third and 2 outs. Pitch by Peterson is way inside for ball 1. Next pitch on the way to the lefty. Is going to be inside, and he's going to be a swing for strike 1. It's a check swing, but he went far enough around to get called for the strike. So I'll even the count at 1-1. So Nate Gomez, a left-handed batting pitcher who throws right-handed, steps back in. Peterson from the stretch, checking the runner at third. Pitch is on the way, and it's going to be a curveball that stays way outside. So the count goes at 2 balls at 1 strike on Gomez. Peterson from the stretch again. Pitch on the way. Stays outside. Oh, that's going to be on the outside corner for strike 1. Got the benefit of the doubt on that call. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner at third. Peterson with the pitch. Curveball, fouled straight back by Gomez. So it'll keep the count the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runner at third. Dragons hold a 4-2 lead here. Top of the 5th. Peterson getting signals. Pitch on the way. It's a curveball. It's flied out to right field. Running in is Ramirez. Ramirez makes the catch in right field to get out number 3. So Gomez flies out to right field, but the damage has been done. Dragons score 2 runs and regain the lead at 4-2. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th, see what the Panthers can come back and score some runs. So we'll take a quick message break and come back for the bottom of the 5th inning.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome to Panther Baseball. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. The 5th inning stretch brought to you by CYA Insurance, locally owned and operated by Rick Moose. Come in for a free quote from Josh or Jackie Herman in our Castroville office located at 806 Old US Highway 90 East at the Herman Tax Office, or online at cya-insure.com, or call 830-444-0086 for more information. Thanks to our inning sponsors, Four-Way Stop Dunley, the Four-Way Stop Cafe in Dunley, and CYA Insurance. So leading off for the Panthers at the bottom of the 5th is going to be number 7, our center fielder, Garrett Kanak. Gomez still at the mound for the Dragons, and the first pitch is going to be high and inside to Kanak. Gomez with a 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back by Kanak for a foul ball strike, which will bring the count to 1-1. The Panthers have got to score some runs here, or the next few innings anyway. They want to continue with their 5-game winning streak. Next pitch on the way is going to be low and outside for ball 2, so it'll be a 2-1 count on Kanak. With a 2-1 count, Kanak can be looking for a fastball here. Pitch by Gomez is going to be a high fastball. He lays off of it. They check on the swing, and he did not go, so it'll bring the count to 3-1. So the same thing goes here. It's got to be a good pitch right down the middle for Kanak in order for him to be swinging. So pitch on the way, and it's going to be a low fastball for a strike 2. So Gomez working quick, and that'll bring the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Kanak. So the pitch on the way by Gomez, and it's going to be high, and that ball is way high. So ball 4 for Kanak. Kanak takes his base. That pitch was higher than the catcher, went straight to the backstop, hit the netting on the backstop. The catcher couldn't even bring it down. So the Panthers get the leadoff batter of the bottom of the 5th on base, and that'll bring up to bat with Joyce, our catcher. Joyce has flied out to shortstop and has walked so far tonight. So Kanak at first with a sizable lead. Gomez checks on the runner. The pitch to Joyce is outside. Kind of gets away from the catcher, but not enough for a throw downer to make Kanak move. So 1-0 count on Joyce. Good opportunity for the Panthers here. Joyce is due here a hit. Curveball into the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Timeout called by the catcher. Coach is going to come out. And the coach is going to come out. I think they're going to do some defensive strategy. So they're discussing, I think, defensive strategy with a runner on fresh base and nobody out. I doubt Whit Joyce would be bunting. They definitely want him to be swinging the bat, especially with runners on. So they break up the meeting at the mound. Joyce steps back to the plate, checks on signals from Coach Herb, and he gives him the hit away. Gomez checking the runner over at first base, which is Kanak. Pitch on the way. Oh, and it goes off the helmet of Joyce. Joyce takes a hit by pitch off the helmet. That was a heater fastball, too. So a walk and a hit by pitch, and the hit by pitch obviously is sponsored. Our sponsor is Hazel Russell State Farm agent. Every hit by pitch. Hazel offers protection that works as hard as you. Call Hazel and her crew today, 830-931-3441. Thanks to Hazel Russell State Farm agent for sponsoring our hit by pitch. And the hit by pitch puts runners at first and second. That'll bring the plate to shortstop, number 4, Aaron Tondry. First pitch to Tondry is on the way, and it's going to be outside. So Tondry takes ball one. So 1-0 count with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Gavin Rips will be our courtesy runner for Joyce over at first base, and he takes a sizable lead off first. Next pitch on the way to Tondry, and it's going to be low in the dirt. So Tondry gets a hitter's count, 2 balls, no strikes, and time is called. I think that's going to be it for Gomez. Second time out of the inning for the pitcher. Usually you have to replace him. The coach walks out. Gomez hands the ball over to the coach, and it'll bring the third baseman in to the mound. The third baseman is number 5, which is J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez. He pitched against the Panthers last time they played him, and he'll come third base to the mound. And Gomez will stay on the field, and he'll take one of the infield positions. He'll probably run over to third base. So we'll stay with you here as the warm-up pitches are thrown. We'll try to put things in perspective. It's a big district game for the Panthers. Panthers need to, if there's any tiebreakers, they need to beat Southwest, as they've lost to them already once before. Panthers lost the first 2 games in district play to Southwest and then McCullum, and then they've won 5 in a row straight. Been playing some good baseball as of late. They found themselves behind the 8 ball here, down 42 in the bottom of the 5th. But they do have 2 runners on and nobody out, with one of their big hitters, Aaron Tundry, at the plate. So again, the way the district is set up, first place is Eagle Pass win at 6-1. Their only loss being to Medina Valley. The second place is McCullum at 5-2. Panthers also at 5-2. Floresville is also at 5-2, so 3-way tie in second. But Panthers have the tiebreaker over Floresville, who they just defeated on Tuesday. So they're sitting in third place. So they've lost to McCullum. So it's win, McCullum, Medina Valley, then Floresville, and then Southwest sitting in that 5th position. If Southwest wants to stay in the playoff positioning, they've got to win today too. So it's a big game for both teams tonight. So Aaron Tundry steps onto the plate with a new pitcher, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez. Runners at first and second with a 2-0 count. First pitch is on the way, and it's going to be low for ball 3. So J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez is our new pitcher. With a 3-0 count to Tundry, with runners at first and second. 3-0 pitch is down the middle for strike 1. Tundry didn't like it. He was walking towards first base, thought it was a little low. Now the count is 3-1 as the umpire called it a strike. So 3-1 count to Tundry. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. J.P. Zuniga on the mound with the pitch. It's going to be in the dirt. This time it's ball 4, and that'll load the bases up. So bases loaded with nobody out, and that'll bring to the plate Tanner Garst, number 14, the left fielder. Garst has walked so far and has had a double, including an RBI. So he'll step up. Zuniga Rodriguez wants to work quick. He's already on the mound, ready to go. Gets the signals from his catcher. Pitching from the windup, and it's right down the middle for strike one. So bases loaded, 0-1 count on Garst. Zuniga Rodriguez with the pitch. So the breaking pitch swung on by Garst. It's going to be flied out to right field. Runner should be tagging. He missed the ball. That's going to score 1 run. So Garst gets on an E9 as the right fielder comes running in. He does a sliding play to try to catch the ball. Should have caught it, but it went off his glove. So the runners are really holding on the base, so they didn't have an opportunity to take many bases. But as soon as it hit the ground, each runner moved over 1 base, and they'll leave the bases loaded. The Panthers have scored a run, and that'll bring up to the plate the first baseman, Jake Herb. Jake Herb takes for strike 1 as curveball comes across the plate. Herb has been hit by a pitch and struck out so far. So no one counts to Herb with bases loaded and nobody out still. Next pitch on the way, it's right down the middle for strike 2. So no 2 count. Herb needs to be prepared for something off the plate or off speed, that's for sure. Zuniga Rodriguez working quick, pitching from the windup. Pitch on the way to Herb. Curveball swung on by Herb and fouled over to the right side, but it's going to be a foul ball off the fence down the right side. So he'll hang tough with an 0-2 count still. Our score 4-3. Panthers down by 1. Zuniga Rodriguez working quick. Pitch on the way to Herb. Swung on by Herb. It's going to be lined out to left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. That'll score 1 run. It's going to score. Throws on the way for the second run. It gets by the catcher. 2 runs will score. Runners will move over to second and third. So that's going to be a 2 RBI base hit for Jake Herb, and he'll advance to second on the overthrow to home plate. So Jake Herb with a huge base hit with 2 strikes. I don't know how he does it, but he does it with 2 strikes all the time. So Panthers with the runners at second and third, still nobody out, and they have regained the lead. Our score now is 5-4. And that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, number 6, Manny Ramirez, who has sacrificed with an RBI, sacrificed to center field with an RBI, and he's flied out to right field. So he's got good wood on both at bat so far. First pitch to him is on the way. It's a curveball and stays outside for ball 1. Good job, Ramirez, to lay off that curveball on that first pitch. So nobody out still. Runners at second and third. The pitch on the way to Ramirez. It's in the dirt for ball 2. So 2-0 count. Hitters count now for Ramirez. Expect a fastball. If he likes it, needs to be swinging. Good opportunity here to score 2 runs with a base hit. Pitch is on the way. Swung on by Ramirez. Going to be fouled out towards the right side. Right fielder coming in foul territory. And he just misses the ball. He was on a full sprint from right field and comes up all the way to the fence line, and it just goes off the edge of his glove on a full sprint. So that keeps Manny Ramirez alive at the plate with a 2-1 count. So 2-1 count on Ramirez. Runners at second and third and nobody out. Next pitch on the way. Swung on, foul tipped straight back for Ramirez, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Ramirez steps back in there. The pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch that stays high, and that'll fool the count. So the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Zuniga Rodriguez towing the rubber, ready to get on this full count pitch here. Pitch on the way, down the middle, swung on, popped straight up in the air by Ramirez. Second baseman heading back. and he can't find it. Misplayed by the second baseman. Throws on the way. He's going to try to score. So no one is called. So the throw came in from the right fielder to home plate. Garst tried to score. The tag was tried to put on Garst. Umpire says he was safe. He slid underneath it. It looked like there was contact on the glove to the back of Garst, but I'm not going to be the one that tells anybody. So the run will count. So the Panthers take a 6-4 lead. Ramirez is going to get on an E4. The second base, that ball was hit so high up in the air, he couldn't find it. He started turning circles, and he just lost it up in the air, and the right fielder couldn't get to it in time. So we're going to have a pinch hitter for the DH. So Garrett Neighbors will come out, and Connor Dillard will come in. Panthers still with nobody out, runners at first and second with a 6-4 lead. Zuniga Rodriguez with the pitch to Dillard, and that pitch is going to be outside for ball one. So a quick turn of events. Panthers were down 4-2, and they have regained the lead 6-4 with a 4-run inning so far. Zuniga Rodriguez checking on the runner. Does not throw to, steps off the mound, but does not throw to second. Dillard steps back in the box. Pitch on the way. And that's a fastball right down the middle for strike one. That leaving the count at 1-1. So Dillard with a good opportunity to come off the bench to keep the at-bat going for the Panthers and continue to score runs. So they've already put up a crooked number so far. Next pitch on the way to Dillard is going to be low for ball two. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Dillard needs to only be swinging at fastballs here with a 2-1 count, nobody out. Pitch on the way. It's a curveball that stays outside, and Dillard lays off it. The count will go to 3-1. So same thing here for Dillard. Lay off anything that's not a fastball right down the middle. Nobody out still. Pitch on the way to Dillard. Fastball just off the, just on the corner for a strike to get the count to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. He was on his way to first base. That was a borderline call. Umpire liked it as a strike, so they'll have to come back in the box with a full count. The 3-2 pitch to Dillard. It's on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up to bat the second base, number 8, Javi Gonzalez, who is singled and flied out to left. So 1 out, runners at first and second. Javi Gonzalez at the plate. First pitch to him is going to be a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Zuniga Rodriguez back on the mound, checking the runner at second. Pitch on the way. Swung on and skied straight up in the air. Third baseman's going after it in foul territory, and he misses it. So 3 dropped fly balls by the defense of Southwest. That was an easy pop-up. He was standing in the coach's box, and that ball came down, just misplayed it and missed it. So a good opportunity for Javi Gonzalez to make him pay for that. So some miscues here for the Dragons allow the Panthers to get in this game and take the lead. 0-2 count for Javi Gonzalez with 1 out. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch that's outside for ball 1. So the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Gonzalez, the number 9 batter. Patches back to the top of the order after he's up. Pitch on the way, outside, 2-2 count now on Gonzalez. Gonzalez working his way back into this at-bat. Gonzalez steps back in on the 2-2 count. Big lead over at second. Pitch on the way. And that's going to be just outside for ball 3. Just off the plate. Dragons really wanted that call, but it was just offside. So full count on Javi Gonzalez with 1 out. Zuniga Rodriguez ready for the pitch. And it's going to stay outside for a walk. So Javi Gonzalez walks, and that'll bring the bases loaded again for the Panthers. And that'll bring the Panthers to the top of the order with 1 out. So bases loaded. Bobby Peterson stepping up to the plate. Panthers already up 6-4. Has already brought 4 runs across the plate so far this inning. First pitch on the way to Peterson. Just off the plate for ball 1. So good eye by Peterson. Let that pitch just go off. That's just off the plate. Let it go. Second pitch on the way. That's going to be low in the dirt for ball 2. But Peterson can do the same thing as he can with a 2-0 count. Wait on something he likes to hit. So 2-0 count with 1 out to Peterson. Wind-up pitch is on the way. Swung on by Peterson. It's going to find the hole. No, it's fielded by the shortstop. Thrown over to third for the out. Beautiful play by the shortstop. I thought that ball was in the hole between shortstop and third base to find its way to left field. He did a great job moving to his right to field that ball and to cut off the runner running from second to third to get the lead out over at third base. It's a beautiful job by the shortstop. So Peterson reaches first on a fielder's choice. The Panthers still have runners at first and second. That brings to bat Gavin Kanak, the center fielder. First pitch to Kanak is going to be a curveball way outside. Kanak has flied out to second base. He's walked twice after that, so he has an 0-for-1 night, but he has scored twice. So with 2 outs, counts 1-0 on Kanak. Runners at first and second. Fastball right down the middle on Kanak. So it'll bring the count to 1-1. Zuniga Rodriguez steps off the mound. Kanak steps back in, digs back in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Pitch on the way. It's going to stay outside. So 2-1 count on Kanak. Throw back to second base. They get him. Javi Gonzalez gets caught leaning too far off second base. Pitcher Zuniga Rodriguez turns and throws over to second base on the called play, I believe, to get Gonzalez leaning at second base for out number 3. So that's going to do it. Gavin Kanak will come up to bat in the 7th. He'll keep his at bat, at the bottom of the 6th. The Panthers put up Did they add another run? They're showing our score to be 7-4. I think they only put up 4 this inning instead of 5. We'll have to double check that. Scoreboard showing 7-4. So we'll complete at 5. Panthers are up by either 2 or 3. I'll have to verify that. So we'll come back to the top of the 6th after these messages and hopefully get things squared away on the score. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. Got a pitching change for you. Javi Gonzalez will come from second base over to the mound. He'll be our pitcher now. And let's see who moved over to second base. Looks like Tanner Garst is going to move over to second base. So Javi Gonzalez to the mound. Garst to second base. And we have a new left fielder, and I don't know who that is. Number 7. So Kanak moves over to the left. Kanak moves from center to the left. Peterson will go to center field. So the outfield is going to be Kanak in left, Peterson in center. Ramirez will stay in right. Garst will move from left to second base, and from second base, Gonzalez will come from and go to pitchers. The pitcher's mound there. Got that scored away. And now score is 7-4. I missed a run somewhere there, so the Panthers have a 3-run lead.
Leading off the top of the 6th, number 11, Elijah McCauley.
So leading off the top of the 6th is going to be the first baseman, Elijah McCauley, number 11 for the Dragons. He has doubled and grounded out the shortstop so far up to bat. So Javi Gonzalez to the mound in a relief appearance. He's usually a starter. First pitch is going to be a curveball, and it's going to be a swing and a miss. Good curveball by Javi Gonzalez. Good job by Peterson tonight. Not pitching in a while. He did a great job on the mound. Gonzalez working from the windup. Pitches on the way. Another breaking pitch just off the plate for a ball. So 1-1 count on McCauley. Next pitch on the way from Gonzalez. Another breaking pitch just off the plate again. Not bad looking curveballs, just off the plate though. So 2 balls, 1 strike to McCauley. Ball 3 is off the plate. So 3-1 count. Everything's been off the plate there for Gonzalez on the misses. So 3-1 count to McCauley. McCauley apparently taking, scores around a bunt, but Gonzalez puts a fastball right down the middle to bring the count to full. So full count on McCauley. Gonzalez working from the windup, pitches on the way. Curveball swung and a miss, gets away from the catcher. Joy steps out, throws down to first base, gets the out. So McCauley strikes out swinging for out number 1. And that'll bring up to the plate the catcher, number 22, Romeo Castillo. Castillo has flied out to left and struck out so far tonight. One of the left-handed batters for the Dragons. Gonzalez, the first pitch to Castillo is going to be high and outside for ball 1. Next pitch by Gonzalez, squared around by Gonzalez. It's a take for strike 2. So it was a fake bunt. He took it. Gonzalez put one right down the pipe. Gonzalez working from the windup. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be in the ground, in the dirt. Curveball that goes into the dirt. So 2-1 count on Castillo. Gonzalez with the pitch. Line back up the middle. Feel it by the shortstop. Shortstop thrown to first base. Tundra, the beautiful throw to get out number 2. So ground out by Castillo to the shortstop for out number 2. So quickly 2 outs. And that'll bring to the plate Elijah Frosto, the second baseman, number 1. Be nice for the Panthers to get another 1-2-3 inning. He scores around a fake bunt again, and the pitch is going to be high and inside. That's 3 of those fake bunts that I've seen so far just to mess with the pitcher. So 1-0 count on Frosto. He scores around, pulls it back, right down the middle. So they're taking until they get a strike is what they're doing. So 1-1 count with 2 outs. Frosto steps back in. Pitch by Gonzalez is on the way. The curveball popped up and foul, and it's going to be out of play. Panthers giving choice, but it's going to be out of play. So the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Elijah Frosto steps back up to the plate. Gonzalez from the windup. Pitch on the way. Another curveball. Ooh, he almost swung at that. It was a high curveball. Frosto wanted to take a rip at it, but held back. So leaving the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on. Next pitch on the way by Gonzalez is going to be a curveball, and they're going to say no swing. Home plate umpire checked his swing on the little check swing by Frosto down at the other umpire, and he says no go. It did not look like a swing. Thought it should have been called maybe a strike, but it wasn't a swing. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The payoff pitch for Gonzalez. And the pitch is on the way. Right down the middle for a call, strike 3. Gonzalez gets the call, strike 3, and 3 up, 3 down with 2 strikeouts. Good job by Javi Gonzalez at the mound. So we'll go to the top of the 7th. 1 inning left. We'll go to the top of the 7th, and we'll get things going after these messages from our sponsors. Panther Baseball will return after these messages.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. I got a little ahead of myself there. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, not the top of the 7th. I'm trying to get out of here early. The Friday evening is calling me. Panthers looking good as of late with a 7-4 lead going to the bottom of the 6th. Good work by having Gonzalez with a 1-2-3 inning, 2 of those being at strikeouts. Panthers last time at the bat put up a 5 spot. The lead now 7-4. Panthers will send to the plate. Gavin Kanak will lead off, followed by Whit Joyce and Aaron Tundry. So Kanak batting in the number 2 spot, playing left field now. First pitch of Kanak, a swung on and missed on the fastball. So J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez still on the mound for the Dragons, coming out for the 6th. The next pitch on the way to Kanak. It's going to be in the dirt for ball 1, so 1-1 count on Kanak. Kanak has walked twice and flied out to second base. Pitch on the way. It's going to be low again. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, we are in the bottom of the 6th. Big district game for the Panthers. Up by 3 right now. Next pitch on the way to Kanak. Swung on and lined out towards left field. Gets between the shortstop and third base. Panthers are going to lead off the bottom of the 6th with a base hit by Gavin Kanak. And that'll bring to the plate the number 3 batter for the Panthers, the catcher, number 10, Whit Joyce. Whit Joyce has flied out to the shortstop. He has walked him and hit by a pitch. Last time he was up the bat, he took one off the coconut. So Kanak with the lead over at first base. Joyce at the plate. J.P. Zuniga on the mound. The pitch by Zuniga Rodriguez is a curveball that's off the plate. Oh, did he call that a strike? That's strike 1. It looked like it was off the plate from our angle. So an 0-1 count to Joyce with the opening curveball pitch. Next pitch on the way. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Big rip by Whit Joyce to bring the count to 0-2. Oh, it's 1-1. I didn't think that first pitch was a strike. It was a 1-1 count. Scoreboard had it as 0-2, but it's 1-1. That first pitch was way off. So 1-1 pitch to Joyce. Another curveball swung on and fouled straight back. Now it's 1-2. Joyce steps back in. Kanak with the lead over at first base. JP Zuniga checks on him. Rodriguez. Pitch on the way to Joyce as the curveball swung on, and it's just going to be just foul. That ball was going all the way to the corner. It was fouled by about 2 feet from the third base. So we'll do it all over again. Kanak heading back to first base. He was already down to second already. So back to a 1-2 count on Joyce. Nobody out. Kanak's at first. Joyce digs back in at the plate. Zuniga Rodriguez from the stretch. Pitch on the way. It's a fastball. It's flied out to right field. The right fielder coming in. Makes the catch for out number 1. So a fly out to right field. Kanak back to first base. And that'll bring to the plate our shortstop, number 4, Aaron Tondry. Tondry digs in with the 1 out. Kanak with a modest lead over at first base. First pitch to Tondry is going to be a curveball that stays high, way high. And no down movement on that breaking pitch. So the cleanup batter's at the plate for the Panthers with a runner on first and 1 out. Pitch on the way to Tondry. Fastball swung on up the middle, hit up the middle. A diving second baseman gets past the second baseman for a base hit. That's going to move Kanak over to second, and Tondry will reach first with a base hit. So with Kanak with a base hit and Tondry with a base hit, and that'll bring to the plate number 14, Tanner Garst, who moved over to the second base now from left field. So Garst will step in with 1 out and runners at first and second. Good opportunity for the Panthers to get an insurance run here with a runner in scoring position. Zuniga Rodriguez pitching from the stretch, checks the runner. Pitch on the way, swung and missed by Garst. Big rip by Tanner Garst, but swung through that fastball. So the 0-1 pitch on the way from Zuniga Rodriguez. So the breaking pitch that goes into the dirt, even the count up at 1-1. One count on batter and swung on. Fielded by the shortstop. It's going to be a long throw to first, but he holds up. It's going to be an infield base hit for Tanner Garst. There was no way they were going to get that out. It was a deep ground ball to the shortstop, and there was going to be a super long throw. So he just held up and let the runner go to first, kept the runner from third from scoring. So bases will be loaded with 1 out for Jake Herb. So 3 base hits so far this inning. Kanak, Tondry, and Garst load the bases up for Jake Herb, who's been hit by a pitch, struck out, and has had a base hit. First pitch is swung on and missed by Jake Herb. Herb doesn't get good until he gets 2 strikes. Big 2-strike hitter. Next pitch on the way to Herb. Swung on and fouled straight back. So no 2 count. Perfectly set up for Jake Herb. I'm telling you, all season long he's been doing it with 2 strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second for Herb. Pitch on the way, breaking pitch, swung on and missed. Herb will get a strikeout. So that'll be 2 outs now. Nasty curveball by JP Zuniga Rodriguez. And that'll bring up to the plate Manny Ramirez, who's been playing right field all night. He's had a sacrifice fly to center field with an RBI, flied out to right field, and reached base on an error to the second baseman. So they'll step up to the plate with 2 outs, runners at first and third. First pitch of the curveball gets away. They can try to score from third base. Gavin Kanak scores easily with no throw on the wild pitch. So the wild pitch gets away off to towards the right side. Kanak scores from third, and that'll move Tondry over to third base now. And Garst will be at second, so runners at second and third for Ramirez. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Big rip by Manny Ramirez. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs on Ramirez. Runners at second and third. Pitch on the way, fastball down the middle for a strike. So behind the count now goes Ramirez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way to Ramirez. It's going to be a curveball outside. Gets away from the catcher, but he keeps it in front of him. So nobody moving on that. It'll even the count at 2-2 with 2 outs. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, 1 at second, 1 at third. Ramirez steps back in. Zuniga Rodriguez pitching from the windup now with runners at second and third. Garst calls time, and it's not given to him. That's Ramirez. He tried calling time. The umpire would not issue it, and the pitch was right down the middle for a strike. So he gets called out on strikes on a weird turn of events there. So our score, Panthers do get the insurance run. Our score 8-4, and we're going to go now to the top of the 7th. So we'll come back after these messages from our sponsor to hopefully finish out the game. Panther Baseball return.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. We are going to the top of the 7th. Panthers can close out this game with 3 outs with an 8-4 lead. Javi Gonzalez going back out to the mound for the Panthers. Well, I got an opportunity. I want to talk a little bit about a fundraiser we have going for the Medina Valley Youth Baseball Association. I have Johnny Guzman here with me today. He's going to talk to you a little bit about a raffle for the fundraising out at the baseball fields.
Yeah, thanks, Dwayne. I appreciate it. You know, as you guys know, MVYBA is it's now one of the largest Little League organizations in the United States. And as Dwayne mentioned, our raffle, we use this to raise money and sell some raffle tickets, and we'll talk more about that in a second.
So the Dragons are going to bring up a pinch runner, a pinch hitter, I believe. That's number 9, Ethan Rocha, is going to step in for Nathan Filan.
The pinch hitter, number 9, Ethan Rocha.
Javi Gonzalez will go back to the mound for the Panthers to try to close this out. So the right-handed batter is going to come in for the Dragons to try to get something going and dig into this 4-run lead that the Panthers have. So as we said, we have a big fundraiser coming up for the Youth Baseball Association, and we'll try to talk between pitches here in a little bit. Gonzalez going to pitch for the windup. Pitches on the way. It's a curveball that stays. Oh, no, he's going to call it a strike. Again, that umpire's a little bit late. So strike 1, Gonzalez with a real good curveball. Stayed at the top of the strike zone. 0-1 count on Rocha. Next pitch on the way. It's going to be a swing and a miss. 0-2 count now on Rocha. Gonzalez with the 0-2 pitch to Rocha. Pitch is on the way. Stays low for ball 1, so 1-2 count. So 1-2 count on Rocha. Gonzalez with the pitch. Swung on and tagged out for out number 1. So a check swing Joyce comes out with a ball that was in the curveball, was in the dirt, tags the runner, and be out number 1 for the strikeout. So Rocha strikes out swinging. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 4, Jathan Razzo. Razzo has grounded out the shortstop, and he's walked so far. So Gonzalez toes the mound. Going to pitch to the left-hander here with 1 out. First pitch on the way to Razzo. He squares around and fake bunts. I guess they got the bunt till you get a strike thing going on again. So he'll take for ball 1, a 1-0 count. Gonzalez back with the windup. The fake bunt again, and this time it's right down the middle. So the taking to the strike is off now because he's got a strike on him with a 1-1 count with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Next pitch by Gonzalez is going to be a breaking pitch. It just stays outside. So go to a 2-1 count with 1 out for Razzo. Gonzalez from the windup. Pitch on the way. Right down the middle. Pop straight up. Called by the shortstop. Shortstop calling the ball underneath it, and that's Tundry making out number 2. So 2 outs. So a fly out to the shortstop for out number 2. We'll go back to the top of the lineup. That's a shortstop. Number 2, Trey Cano, is up to bat now. Dragons down to their final out. So we'll play through this last out, whether it's Cano or not, and we'll come back. We'll talk about the little fundraiser they have going on for the Medina Valley Youth Baseball Association. So Cano steps in as a right-hander. Gonzalez, again, pitching from the windup. Pitch on the way. Fastball inside. So 1-0 count on Cano. Gonzalez, next pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, grounded over to second base. Second baseman picks it up, throws over to first for the out, and that's going to do it. So good job by the Panthers to come back and regain the lead and get the big district win. So final score here, Medina Valley 8, Southwest Dragons 4. So the Panthers get payback on the Dragons. Now they're split in the district series 1-1 as we get into the second round. So Mr. Guzman, tell me a little bit about this fundraiser we have going on.
Thanks a lot, Dwayne. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm looking out on the field. The Panthers look great, and many of these guys started out there at MVYBA. So it's important that the MVYBA continues to grow. As you know, Dwayne, I mentioned earlier, one of the largest Little League franchises in the United States, and it's important. These raffles that we're doing, we got some great prizes donated. Got a heavy-duty stainless steel shooting table donated by Jukes Meat Market, so thank you guys over at Jukes. Castroville State Bank also donates a $250 gift card. Community or Security State Bank, $100 card as well. So there's 20 prizes, Dwayne, and all this money that we raise goes back to MVYBA to help maintain the facility. As you know, this facility it's all run by volunteers, 100% of us. And the money that we bring in goes to pay for example, a new backstop. How about the tornado that hit us a couple last year? Yeah, we lost several scoreboards. And so the funds that we raise is very important to what we do. So I just wanted to come out and
not only is that Youth Baseball Association more like a farm system for the programs we have here for the JV and varsity and boys and the girls. They've got a great softball program over there. They've done a great job, and it just keeps feeding players back to these two organizations. And it doesn't have to do that. It's a rec league for kids that just want to play baseball. They don't necessarily have to come out and play varsity sports, just to have fun out there. So we do fundraisers every year out there, and we got a good raffle. If you have any kids you know that play out there, ask them about raffle tickets. You want to buy some. We got some great gifts, and it's our big fundraiser that we put on once a year. If you know someone that's out there or have access to some raffle tickets, buy a few from us. It's only going to be available for probably a month or so. So just wanted to throw that out to you and let you know and try to help out the Medina Valley Youth Baseball Association. So I invited Mr. Guzman to come out here, say a couple of words, and we really appreciate him coming out and talking about the fundraiser.
Yeah, thanks again, Dwayne, and we appreciate it. If anybody has any questions, let us know. But thanks for supporting the MVYBA. Take care.
And just to wrap things up, Panthers a big district win tonight. Get payback on the Dragons from losing to them the first time around. So the Panthers move to 6-2 in district play. Southwest will drop from 4-3 to 4-4. So they're going to be hurting now in that 5th and 6th spot in district. So they've got some work to do to get back into it. So coming up for the Panthers, we will be back on track again on the 8th. I'm sorry, on the 12th. Today is the 8th. So 4/12 will be at McCullum High School. We should be broadcasting probably that game. And on the 14th against Harlandale. Those will be both away games. Will be at McCullum and at Harlandale. I believe it's the same field. I want to say that's at Tejada Complex. So both games will be away. If you're not going to be at visiting the game, tune into the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. We'll have both those games for you live, and also have live softball coming to you also next Tuesday or next week. 2 games next week. I'm not sure when the games. I have to look at the dates. I'm not sure exactly what days they are because there's testing going on, and they have adjusted some of the days for that. But that's going to wrap it up here. Panthers take a big district win, 8-4. And I'm Dwayne Garza for Aiden Bavasete, who's did a great job helping me tonight go live today since I did this thing solo. We'll have Jerry Lucky back behind the mic for you again later on. But for Aiden, I'm Dwayne Garza. We want to say God bless, good night.